Yeah, it's like scary.
It's not scared. We are in Finland at the moment. We're in Helsinki at a hotel that I cannot pronounce. Okay. Where did we meet? Wait, that sounds like a like a dating thing. Okay, wait.
How did we...
Why do we know each other?
How do we know each other?
How do we know each other? There we go. That's a yeah. How do we know each other?
Well, you went to the Bolshoi Ballet Academy.
Correct.
And then, like last year, I went there as a trainee.
So you went to Bolshoi for 2 years.
Yes, in the traineeship.
Yeah, and then I went for 2.5 years. But we were both on stagiaire contracts.
Yeah, you helped me sometimes because...
I did?
Yeah, you explained to me like how you can get tickets for to the Bolshoi, to the performances there and stuff, because you've been there for longer than me and I was new. So you were helpful.
What are your greatest professional strengths?
Well, my professional strengths.
There's thunder. What were we saying? Next question. What is your greatest achievement?
I think it's actually like getting into the Bolshoi. I started ballet very late. I started when I was 12, and then I went to the Royal Swedish Ballet School for 3 years, and after that I applied for the, like, in Sweden we have gymnasium, like, which is basically like first, second, third course in
Which would
Russia.
be like 10, 11, 12th grade.
Yeah.
Right?
So I applied for that, but I didn't pass, they didn't take me. So that made me apply to ballet schools in Russia. And Bolshoi accepted me. I don't have perfect turnout and feet and high extensions, but I work hard. I have more of the artistry, and I want it very much, which can take you far. Your will.
Yeah. I had someone DM me just recently and they said like, oh, I really want to apply to Bolshoi, but I'm just like a bit discouraged because everyone there is so like amazing. I think she said that she didn't have good turnout. I can't remember.
Everyone have their strengths,
Yeah.
and their weaknesses, so it's not like everyone are perfect there.
Yeah,
at all.
and that's what I told her. I was like, yeah, like just apply, go for it. Like, you never know, like what, like if you apply, like if you don't try, you never know.
If you never try, you will never know.
And there's like a lot of like amazing people, which at Bolshoi, like every time I go to watch an exam, I'm like, oh my gosh, everyone's amazing.
Yeah.
But there's always still something to work on for everyone. I mean, that's why we're there. We're all there to learn.
But it's still really cool because you're surrounded by these amazing Russians, and very often I think like, how is it possible that I'm in this school? Like
I feel like every day.
Yeah.
I'd wake up and be like,
I'm like,
how am I here?
How? Wow.
Do you have any challenges?
Well, I think like every day.
Just every day.
No, like improving in ballet, it's a huge challenge for me. I've been struggling with motivation sometimes because you're working so hard every day, and everything is repetitive.
In my blog, I explain this a lot more, and Elsa has a blog too, which I will link down below, so go check that out, because she writes very good
go
blogs.
Check it out.
Did you see it? But anyways, so we both write blogs, right?
Yeah, I write more about my own experience, my own life. Like,
I write about my life as well, and it's mainly just like my life during my time at Bolshoi, and then I also have the how to apply, information on the classes, information about like the uniform. Anyways, we're both stagiaire contracts.
yeah, what they usually do is that you have, or what I've experienced is that you start off 1 year in this trainee program, the stagiaire, and then in the end of the year you have a final exam, and then they will pick people.
Oh yeah. And by the way,
the
I started in first course and she started in fifth course. Because the levels go 1 through 5 and then 1 through 3.
Yeah.
And there were 3 international fifth classes this year, right?
Yeah, 3 groups.
And then there's 2 Russians and 2 female Russian classes and then 2 male Russian classes per each level. That's usually the norm. Fifth course, though, for international is usually the most, though. So it's very difficult.
And last year as well, there were 3 groups. And last year, they just picked 5 people from each group. Just no matter what. They just picked 5 people from each group. But this year was a bit different. They looked at everyone first, which is more fair, I think, since they look at the quality from everyone and then make a first course out of it and not just pick a certain amount of people from each group.
Yeah, and so fifth course, they have exams in what?
A ballet, character, and historical is not a real exam, but it's like a control class that they look at. And Russian.
Oh, and we both took our state Russian exams this year,
Yes,
and we
we
both
did.
passed.
Yes, we did great.
Yeah, so we got our, what do they call it? Certificate?
Yeah, certificate.
Yeah, and it's from, official. I also wrote about it on my blog, so go check that out. But, yeah, it was very exciting. I ended up doing both my regular Russian exams and the state Russian exams.
Yeah,
when
I don't know why you
didn't
had
need
to. Why did you have to do that, though?
But yeah, it was fine. I passed both of them, and for each for state and regular Russian tests, you have pismo, which is you have letter, you have to write a letter, and that consists of 2 letters as one test, right? There's 2.
Yeah.
And then you have speaking, which is usually 5 parts, right?
5 parts. What
Dialogue,
do you mean?
short responses, retelling.
Yeah.
There's a few parts to that.
Yeah.
And for state testing, half of it was videotaped. I was freaking out.
I thought all of it was videotaped.
For a regular Russian class, I was never videotaped. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then there's reading, listening, and grammar.
Yes.
I said all 5, right?
Yeah, you said them all. After the ballet exam, they will already pick who's gonna be in the first course. And there are different options as well. They can take you to the first international course, or the first Russian, but that's very rare. That's rare.
And if you get in, congrats.
And also, some people might be younger, and if they
the age.
if they have potential enough, they can take you to maybe the Russian 5th class or even Russian 4th class if you're that young.
But this year, and this was the first year I found out that they have an age limit where they won't take you into first course, which was, what was the age limit?
I think if you're like 14, you might
Yeah.
be too young. I'm not sure about that either.
So I would just check
I
on
don't
that
know for sure.
I had never heard about that, like them not accepting people to first course because of age. I'd never heard of that before this year, but it did happen where someone got accepted and then was told they were too young. And then you get accepted to different contracts as well. I feel like most of the time if you get accepted into first course, it's usually
The
diploma, which is a 3-year contract with academics, and you have to take the state academic exams at the end. So there's like math and science and musical theory and Russian. I don't know what else. I was always stagiaire, so I never took academics, only Russian language.
But I have a question, because it's rare as well to be in the first, second, third course and being a stagiaire at the same time. Like how do you get that? Or you don't know, but
I mean,
you started the first course right away.
Yeah, I started
That's
first
probably
course.
why, right?
Yeah, when I was right before the exams in first course, so that was 2016, I was asked if I would like to come back next year, and I said yes. And then they said what I want to do with the diploma or stagiaire. So they said if you want to do diploma, you have to redo first course. So that's also, if you get accepted into first course and you get asked to do diploma, you're most likely going to have to repeat first course just because you have to do first course academics.
But if you're fine with that,
then you just
it's good.
Go for it.
Yeah.
You probably will also switch teachers though, because from first to third course, you usually have the same teacher. I got a new teacher this year, but normally you just have the same teacher, and you switch after 5th class. But yeah, I liked my classmates, and I didn't really want to do the academics because I was doing online high school, and I wanted to graduate because it's my senior year this year, and I wanted to graduate when it was my senior year of high school so that I'd be done with both at the same time. So yeah, that's why I chose that.
And also if you're in the stagiaire and they don't take you to the first course or Russian class or international class, you can also repeat this trainee year. And that's what I like. Last year I had hip surgery, so I couldn't show everything in the exam, so therefore they didn't take me. So then I decided to repeat the same year.
It's gonna... Oh, my mom texted. My mom just watched my day 3 video. We'll get some sleep now, and hopefully you wake up with the voice.
It's a recovery.
Yeah, drink your tea.
It's already gone. I drank it all.
Do you need water?
I'll go and get it.
I can get it.
No, you don't.
I'm a good friend.
Thank you, my friend.
You're welcome, my friend. So yeah, we'll end this now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Good night.
Good night.
Wait, I should look up interview. Why should we hire you?
Because I'm pretty nice.
That was so creepy.